Hey riders, welcome to another video in our adventure motorcycle gear review and really our training series. I'm Eric Lang with Ride Adventures, and I've been riding and guiding motorcycle trips around the world for a long time now. In today's video, I'm going to talk through some essential items that you should have with you on every motorcycle trip. So let's get into character. So I know I said every motorcycle trip. Well, not really. Some of these items might be a little bit overkill, but before I forget, we've actually got a checklist with all these items I'm going to go through, plus some more that you should consider at least bringing on motorcycle trips. So talking again from somebody that lives in Central Oregon, in a moment's notice, I can leave the house and be out 50 or 100 miles from any form of civilization. And if you too have got an adventure bike and you're looking to do things like that, get out in the dirt and disappear for a little while, it's real easy to get so far away from things that you might not realize you could put yourself in a very dangerous situation. So some essential items, again, there are more, but some really important things I think you should have with you would be, for starters, something like a JB weld, a liquid metal or a steel like that can be easily manipulated and molded into a weld actually that will hold metal parts. Could be handlebar mounts, or could be anything on your bike that breaks that essentially needs to be held together in order to keep riding. There's a lot that you can do with a liquid metal or a formable steel like that that'll get you out of a tight jam if you're in a situation. So I'm talking about items that you really want to have with you in case you're doing a solo ride and you might get stuck out there alone. You never know when a crash or a motorcycle failure or something like that is going to get you. So again, having something like a spot tracker, a transponder, a beacon, or whatever you call these. This is a very old model. There are more current ones. We'll have, again, links in the description below that you can keep a tracking device like that, an emergency button if things ever actually do go really wrong, and have help coming out to get you. And also just a good way to keep loved ones informed through little breadcrumbs it drops and notifies them you're still okay. And so a multi-tool, obviously, come on, SOG, whether it's SOG or Leatherman, great items to have with you because so many tools, you never know what you're going to need to cut or pinch or pull or twist, or pulling nails out of tires or whatever it could be. Multi-tools go a long way when you have a need for them. And is it obvious enough that you should have water with you? And that's that kind of a ride. Again, here we can hop on the bike and ride dirt for days and forget to bring something as simple as water with you. And what happens if you go down or the bike quits when you're in the middle of nowhere and you make a wrong turn while you're walking? Did you at least bring water to keep yourself alive? Good luck walking, if you have to, 50 or 75 miles without water over a couple of days. So think about things like that. A simple hydration bladder that fits into your backpack, into your tank bag, easily sippable. Bigger ones than this, at least always have water with you, because sometimes that's all it is when it comes to survival, right? So if you're doing overnight camping type stuff and you're going to bring a stove with you, great. I highly suggest something like the MSR Whisperlight International. They also make a Whisperlight Universal, it's called. But I suggest this one because it runs on simple motorcycle or car unleaded gasoline. Simple fuel that you can use in your bike as well is also going to heat up your stove for you. So the beauty of that, having just that little pinch of extra fuel. Again, what if you run out? And these have saved me that unnecessary 10-mile walk to the next gas station in numerous situations when the fuel gauge wasn't working right, or I misjudged how far I was, or whatever the case. But to always have a little fuel with you helps you get to that fuel station. And also, if you are out in a camping situation, you need to start that campfire. If the wood is wet, well, good luck starting wet wood on your own with just a lighter or whatever. But what you can do with the fuel in this canister is find a simple aluminum can or junk or steel that somebody left behind, dump a little dirt in it, pour a little bit of gasoline, and then you're going to create what is kind of like a sterno. Just hit it with your lighter and you can create a heat source that is going to burn long and slow enough that it will light wet wood and get you going, at least get a campfire going. Again, if you're going into remote places, don't count on your cell phone's reception, the signal being out there. Don't even count on your offline maps working like you thought, or the compass that's built into your phone. Have perhaps a dedicated backup GPS device, a dedicated GPS device that'll help you get out of wherever you're stuck in, because you never know when that wrong turn is going to be made, and you need a device like that to find your way out. So Are you going into really remote territory? Just outside of town here in Bend, we have bears walking around, and so is a bear spray or something similar going to help you keep a predator off you. Again, you're stranded, you're in the middle, you're staying overnight, you're having to walk throughout the night to get back to civilization, to catch a ride to town or whatever it is. Who or what are you going to encounter along the way that could be repelled from you by having a simple spray like that? You know, again, real remote territory, have a satellite phone with you. They're not the easiest thing to use, and they're not perfect. None of them are always going to be ready. Sometimes there's little 15-minute windows where a sat phone isn't going to work for you, but at least having it with you, again, could get you out of a real jam if you go down or if there's a bike failure in the middle of nowhere. Did you leave home with a tool and tire repair kit? Really, you know, simple tire repair kit, whether you've got tube type tires or tubeless, having the right patches and strips in there and a way to get the metal out of the tire or whatever it is. Also, did you bring the tools, the tire irons that are necessary to get both your wheel off the bike in a tube type situation, and then also to get the irons and get the tire itself off the rim? Did you bring that toolkit? Again, we'll have links in the description below so you can find these things easily. Need I say, in case you're out there and you hurt yourself, you cut yourself, maybe you're doing a demonstration of how multi-tools work and you cut yourself, having basic bandages and medical kit like that. Enough said on that. It's good to have with you at all times. And one of those other little tools that goes a long ways is having zip ties with you at all times. You just never know what you're going to be able to fix or hold together. You can double these up, triple them. You can make pull tabs for zippers on gear. You can hold body parts on your motorcycle if a bolt falls out. Just like an endless list of things that you can do with these simple little zip ties like that are very small and lightweight and easy to carry with you. So somehow we forgot this one last item. It was sitting right there in the truck behind me, but it is so important that we're circling back to film one last bit here. Make sure you have an emergency blanket with you. Something this small and compact and light, about the size of a smartphone, just throws into your backpack and is super easy to have with you if you go out that spontaneous ride and you could end up stranded a long ways away from help or whatever. So cold, sub-freezing temperature nights overnight, if you've got a couple of days of walking to get out there for help, you're gonna be real glad you have something like this with you. So that last item, hope it helps. Let's wrap this thing up now. So again, this is not everything that could be brought, and you don't need all these things necessarily in every situation. Again, that downloadable checklist is there in the description below and through the free motorcycle travel info section on our website. What items did I forget? You know, again, we're not going to go through everything in the video because every trip is different. Maybe you're going with people, maybe you're going solo, but again, think about it. Motorcycles have failures. Tubes and tires fail. We fail, we crash, we make mistakes. Don't put yourself in that situation that some riders, unfortunately, have not returned home from. So let us know what we forgot in the comments below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ride on. We'll see you out there. Welcome to another, I can't even speak. Banksy bombed me a little bit, but did it work? And I bumped into you, buddy.
We're having fun. This is what fun is.
That's right, this is adventurous.